Hello everyone, I am Dr. Rani Kommidi, working as a contract lecturer in Government Degree and PG College, Siddipeta. Today we are discussing about the mechanism of nitrogen fixation and nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen fixation mechanism in legumes. So nitrogen fixing bacteria. Earlier we are discussed about the nitrogen fixation. In the nitrogen fixing bacteria, it absorbs nitrogen gas from the air and fix into a form which the plant can use a build protein. So this is nitrogen fixing bacteria, that is the rhizobium bacteria. The first rhizobia were isolated from root nodules by M. Weizsäcker and shown to have the ability to infect their legume hosts and to fix nitrogen in symbiosis. Rhizobium leguminosarum, it is aspects of gram negative bacteria. Rhizobia bacteria is the gram negative bacteria, aerobic bacteria, rod shaped bacteria that is found in soil and which causes formation of root nodules on some but not all. So this bacteria, some types of field pea, lentil, kidney bean and clover bacteria also we can the symbiotic nitrogen fixing bacteria. So especially in all these rhizobia bacteria is the nitrogen fixing bacteria. It is closely associated with the Leguminaceae family members. So earlier we are studied about the formation of the nodule. So the nodule formation takes place in minimum 7 steps. First one is the rhizobia attracted to root part. Second step is that rhizobia attached to the root hairs. Third steps, root hair curling. Fourth step is that infection thread formation. So first rhizobia attracted to the root part. That is the root hairs of legumes. They secrete growth promoting substances into the soil. In response to these substances, rhizobial cells move towards the root hair. So rhizobia attached to the root hairs. Then the root hair curling. The bacteria in turn secrete auxins, that is beta indolestic acid IAA, which cause in curling of the root. So that's why the root hairs all are curling in that shape. And fourth step is that infection thread formation. So this distorted root hair, when curling root hairs, the bacteria enter into the leguminous root. A membrane develop from that cell membrane of the root hair. The membrane surround the bacterial cells and form a thread like, that is the infection thread. So infection thread formation. And next step is that root cortical cell division. So the thread grows into that cortex. The generally infection thread grows into cortex. On reaching that, the cortex thread release a bacterial cells. That is the cells all are divided. The root cortical cells are division and the more number of cells are arrived from that part. And sixth is the rhizobia invade cortical cells. So the response to that auxins, inner cortical cells become a meristematic and divide repeatedly, forming the root nodule. So that's why the seventh step is that the nodule grows. So the auxins, inner cortical cells becomes meristematic and divide repeatedly, then the formation of the root nodule is arise from that root part. So that's why the nodule is formed in the seventh step. And eighth step is that fully functional nodule. When the root nodule is forming in response to that the cortical cells of the middle region of that nodule, it became a tetraploid. That's why the functional and fully functional nodule is formed in that part. This is the generally symbiotic nitrogen fixation in that Rhizobium bacteria with response to that Leguminosae family members. So next we can see that mechanism of nitrogen fixation in root nodules of that legumes. So in this diagram, nitrogen fixation bacteria Rhizobium that fix atmospheric nitrogen. So in that process, the basic requirement for the conversion of the molecular nitrogen into ammonia. So the pathway of nitrogen fixation in root nodules of legumes, first step takes place, glucose 6-phosphate act as a electron donor. So the mechanism including in several steps. First step takes place, glucose 6-phosphate, it acts as a electron donor, and second step is that glucose 6-phosphate is converted to the phosphogluconic acid. So in this process, generally the enzyme system nitrogenase is very active in condition, and the protective system for nitrogenase against the oxygen. So the third step takes place, NADPH, it donates electrons to ferredoxin, protons released, and ferredoxin is the reduced process. So in the reduction process, NADPH donates the electrons to that ferredoxin and protons. So the reduced ferredoxin acts as a electron carrier. So that's why a non-heme iron protein ferredoxin as the electron carrier. It would donate electrons to the iron protein to reduce it. Electrons released from ferredoxin thus oxidized. That's why it is the oxidation state. So in this process, the hydrogen donating system, pyruvic acid, glucose, and the energy source is the ATP. So the reduced iron protein combines with ATP in the presence of magnesium. Second subunit is activated and reduced. So it donates electrons to the nitrogen to NH3, ammonia. So the enzyme set free after complete reduction of the N2 to ammonia. This is the mechanism of that biological nitrogen fixation. The basic requirements for the conversion of the molecular nitrogen into ammonia are including in, first is the enzyme system nitrogenase, second is that a protective system for nitrogenase against a protective system for nitrogenase against oxygen, and third one is a non-heme iron protein ferredoxin as electron carrier, and fourth one is that hydrogen donating system, the pyruvic acid and glucose, and fifth step is that energy source ATP, and sixth one is that magnesium, cobalt, molybdenum, phosphate, etc. So the enzyme nitrogenase complex is present in nitrogen fixing organisms. It consists of two protein compounds. There are iron protein component, so that is the dinitrogen reductase, and second one is the molybdenum iron protein. This is the dinitrogenase enzyme. So in this process, the iron protein component reacts with ATP and reduces molybdenum. So the iron protein then reduces molecular nitrogen to the ammonia. So the reduction of molecular nitrogen into ammonia, it requires 6 electrons and 6 protons. So at least 4 ATP molecules are necessary for transfer of 2 electrons and 2 protons. So 12 ATP molecules are necessary for the transfer of 6 electrons and 6 protons. This constitutes the reducing power. the overall reaction nitrogen plus 6 electrons plus 6 protons plus 12 ATP, it gives rise the 2 ammonium molecules and 12 ADP plus 12 inorganic phosphates. So the reduction of nitrogen into ammonia is accompanied by the evolution of hydrogen. Hence, the equation is modified as the nitrogen 8 protons, 8 electrons. So that's why it gives rise to the 2 ammonium molecules. Tarvata 2 hydrogens, H2 molecule. So the reducing power necessary for nitrogen reduction comes from the NADH. NADH plus H plus. This is the NADH2 of photosynthesis or pyridoxine. The reduction of nitrogen into ammonia includes the following reactions. First one is the nitrogen is first reduced to the diamide. So nitrogen N2 is reduced to the N triple bond N. It gives rise to the NH double bond NH in the presence of nitrogenase enzyme. The nitrogen is first converted to the diamide. And second step includes that diamide is reduced to the hydrazine. In this step, NH double bond NH, it gives rise to the NH2 in the presence of nitrogenase enzyme. So, the first step NH is gives rise to the NH2. And third reaction, in this hydrazine is reduced to the ammonia. Hydrazine means NH2 is gives rise to the 2 ammonia molecules in the presence of nitrogenase. So the total nitrogen biochemical mechanism is includes the 3 main steps. First one is the nitrogen is first reduced to diamide, and second one is the diamide is reduced to hydrazine, and third step takes place, hydrazine is reduced to the ammonia. This is the mechanism of biological nitrogen fixation with response to the Rhizobium bacteria to formation of the root nodule. So next we can go to the nitrogen cycle. What is nitrogen cycle and what we the introduction of nitrogen cycle, the basic types of biogeochemical cycles. Generally, biogeochemical cycles are occur in the atmosphere. The 2 basic types. First one is the gaseous cycle and second one is the sedimentary cycle. So, gaseous cycle means carbon cycle, nitrogen cycle and oxygen cycle. Gaseous cycle includes carbon, nitrogen and oxygen cycles. So, in these 3, nitrogen is converted between its various chemical forms through the steps. Nitrogen, it is converted between its various chemical forms through following the steps. First one is the nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen cycle involved in 5 steps. First one is the nitrogen fixation. Second one is the ammonification, ammonia fixation, ammonic fixation. Third one is the nitrification and fourth one is the denitrification. Fifth one is that ammonification. So in these, generally the element nitrogen is constantly moving in a circle from the air through the soil into the bodies. So, bodies of plants and animals and eventually back to the air is called nitrogen cycle. What is nitrogen cycle? The nitrogen is moving in a circle from the air through the soil into the bodies of plants and animals and back to the air. That is called as the nitrogen cycle. It consists of 5 steps: nitrogen fixation, ammonification, nitrification, denitrification, and assimilation. So the overview of the nitrogen cycle: the conversion of nitrogen into its compounds like ammonia and nitrate is called nitrogen fixation. And the conversion of organic nitrogen into ammonia by prokaryotic, it's called as ammonification. And the oxidation of ammonia into nitrate is called nitrification. The conversion of nitrate into molecular nitrogen is called denitrification. So overall, nitrites and nitrates came back to the ammonia N2 form of that is the assimilation of the nitrogen cycle. So totally nitrogen content about 78.8% of the atmosphere. Essential constant of plants and animals. Plants take up nitrogen either as nitrates or ammonia due to thunderstorms and lightning the gaseous nitrogen in nitric oxide. So gaseous nitrogen is converted into nitric oxide. So the process of nitrogen cycle. Next we will go to the process of nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen present in variety of forms: organic nitrogen, nitrous oxide, or inorganic nitrogen gas N2. So the process of the nitrogen cycle transforms nitrogen from one to another. So in this generally the nitrogen cycle, the major reservoirs of nitrogen: atmosphere. Various steps involved in this cycle: nitrogen fixation. Atmospheric free nitrogen is ammonia. Nitrogen fixing are of two types: non-biological fixation and biological fixation. Earlier classes we are discussed about the biological and non-biological nitrogen fixation. So we can see the in this PPT, non-biological fixation, it is a physical process or high energy fixation. In this, two processes are occur. First is the natural process and second one is the man-made process. So natural process, the best example of the natural process is the photochemical fixation. And the man-made process of the example, industrial fixation. So these two are including in the non-biological fixation. Physical process are high energy fixation. It includes two types: natural processes, man-made processes. Natural processes, the best example of the natural process is photochemical fixation. The best example of the man-made process is the industrial fixation. In this photochemical fixation, generally the dissociation of nitrogen molecule and its combination with oxygen and hydrogen of water provided by lightning. So dissociation of nitrogen molecules and its combination with oxygen and hydrogen of water, they provided by the lightning, that is the photochemical fixation. In this, the high energy also required. So it is provided by osmotic radiation and meteoritic trails. So it is provided by the cosmic radiation also. So it is required the high energy and provided by the cosmic radiation. That's why this is the photochemical fixation. And industrial fixation or man-made fixation, the fertilizers in various industries. So that is the industrial fixation due to the man-made process. And most chemical fertilizers are nitrates or ammonia. for agricultural field to eat crop to increase soil fertility. This is also due to the man-made process. That's why this is industrial fixation or man-made fixation. And second one is that biological fixation. So carried out by certain bacteria, cyanobacteria and few fungus also best example of that biological nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen is fixed in the form of ammonia, ammonium salts or nitrates. So nitrogen, it can be fixed in the different nitrogenous compounds, different nitrogenous forms like ammonia, ammonium, salts or nitrates or nitrites. These are the different kinds of the nitrogenous compounds. The nitrogen fixing organism are called diazotrophs. So nitrogen fixing organism that is called diazotrophs. Either blue-green algae or rhizobium bacteria and some of the fungi. These are all the diazotrophs. This process is two types: symbiotic nitrogen fixation and non-symbiotic nitrogen fixation. So symbiotic nitrogen fixation, it is carried out by microorganisms. Symbiotic nitrogen fixation, the best example of that rhizobium bacteria, the rhizobium that lives in the root nodules of the leguminous plants. So the rhizobium bacteria is enter through the root hairs of the leguminaceae family members through cortical cells. It became a number of cells divided into that part. The root hair part is come to the curly. That's why the nodule is forming in the root nodule. It is the best symbiotic nitrogen fixing bacteria. So that's why this is the symbiotic nitrogen fixation. And second one is the non-symbiotic nitrogen fixation. It is carried out by many microorganisms. This is generally occur through the living free in the soil microorganisms. Living free in the soil. These microorganisms all are the non-symbiotic nitrogen fixing. The best example of that bacteria, some of the blue-green algae and some of the fungus also. Bacteria is that Bacillus bacteria, Clostridium and Pasterium. So these are the belongs to the bacteria. And Aerobacteria is some of that Azotobacteriums. And blue-green algae, this is the Cyanophyceae family members, Nasta, Guanabina, Acilla, Toria, Tolipothrix. These are the various forms of the cyanobacteria. So these are all free living in the soil. So this is also symbiotic nitrogen fixing, non-symbiotic nitrogen fixing the bacteria. And second step we can go to the ammonification. So first is the nitrate nitrogen, second one is the ammonia nitrogen. This is ammonification. So ammonification, organic matter it converted to the ammonia. Heterotrophic bacteria, actinomycetes and fungi, these are all the ammonification microorganisms. Organic nitrogen to form the inorganic form as the ammonia. So in this energy releasing with these reactions. The nitrogen in the soil is also found in reduced form in NH4 plus. So NH4 is absorbed by the roots of higher plants and participated directly in metabolism. The source of ammonia in soil is artificial introduction as a chemical fertilizer or microbial action upon dead and decaying organisms. So the paddy plants are known to absorb NH4 ammonium ion rapidly. That's why the second step includes that ammonification. Ammonification means the actinomycetes fungi and some of the bacteria. Generally heterotrophic bacteria are converted to the N2 form to the NH4 plus form of the nitrogenous compounds. And third one is that nitrification. Nitrification generally ammonia or ammonium salts, nitrites and nitrates. So this is the nitrification. This process is called nitrification. NH3 cannot be utilized directly. So NH3 ammonia cannot be used in this utilized directly. So that's why the nitrification generally in the soil, ammonia is released either due to oxygen fixation by free living microorganisms or from the decomposition of the dead organisms. So this ammonia can be taken up directly by plants or it may be oxidized to nitrate or nitrite. In this process, biological oxidation of ammonia to nitrite and then to nitrate is called nitrification. So, which it is catalyzed by the mediation of bacteria and some fungi. The bacteria which perform this function belongs to the Nitrosomonas and Nitrobacter. That the autotrophic and required only inorganic material for growth. So these bacteria are also called nitrifers. Nitrification, it is the very important step in the nitrogen cycle. So the ammonia and ammonium salts, they can be converted to the nitrites and nitrates. In this process, the best example of bacteria is involving in that Nitrosomonas and Nitrobacter. And Nitrocystis also in sometimes. So Nitrosomonas and Nitrobacter are the best nitrification bacteria. These are autotrophic and they require only inorganic material for their growth. So these bacteria are called nitrifers also. The conversion of ammonia up to nitrate take place by Nitrosomonas, whereas further conversion of nitrate by Nitrobacter and Nitrocystis. So in this including two reactions, the nitrification also involves electron carrier and cytochrome system. This is the nitrification process. And fourth step is that denitrification. Denitrification means higher plants take up and further metabolize the nitrate it produced due to activities of the nitrifers. So the bacteria and fungi convert nitrate, nitrites, nitrous oxide. These three forms of the nitrogen is through the denitrification process. So the denitrification, conversion of nitrates to the gaseous nitrogen gas. Additionally, however, the nitrate can be changed in nitrogen gas or nitrous oxide or a mixture of these two gases through the mediation of a wide variety of soil organisms is called denitrification. So denitrification takes place most readily under anaerobic conditions. Denitrification, it takes place under anaerobic conditions only. So the gases thus return to the atmosphere and thus denitrification completes the nature's complex nitrogen cycle. In this first stage of denitrification, the reduction of nitrate to nitrite and enzyme called respiratory nitrate reductase, it is involved in the first stage. What is first stage? The reduction of nitrate to nitrite. In this reaction, the main bacteria, that is nitrate reductase bacteria, is involved in this first stage. The transfer of reductant in such nitrate reductase is mediated by cytochromes and molybdenum. So nitrous oxide is considered as a key intermediate in the change of nitrite to N2 gas. The denitrifying enzyme, that is nitrate reductase enzyme, is involved in the conversion of nitrite to nitric oxide NO form. Nitric oxide reductase is involved in change of nitric oxide due to nitrous oxide N2O form. So, nitrous oxide reductase is involved in conversion of nitrous oxide to gaseous nitrogen. So, this is the denitrification process. It conversion of nitrate to gaseous nitrogen gas. It occur in oxygen depleted waterlogged soils. So, commonly denitrifying bacteria is the main example of denitrifying bacteria are Pseudomonas and Thiobacillus. So, in this reaction, the first NO3, that is the in the presence of nitrate reductase, it will be formed as the HNO2, and HNO2 is converted to the NO in the presence of denitrifying enzyme. NO is converted to the N2O, nitric oxide reductase in the presence of nitric oxide reductase. N2O is converted to the N2 gas, that is nitric oxide reductase enzyme. So, the process of denitrification is inhibited by oxygen. That's why the oxygen depleted waterlogged soils, it occur only oxygen depleted waterlogged soils. So, this process is inhibited by the oxygen, as this gas completes with nitrite or nitrate as the terminal electron acceptor. So, that's why in this slide you can see the process reaction of that denitrification. NO3 is converted to the NO2 in the presence of nitrate reductase. NO2 is converted to the NO2 nitrous oxide in the presence of nitrous oxide. NO2 is converted to the NO in the presence of generally denitrifying enzyme, and NO is converted to the N2, that is the nitrous oxide reductase. In the presence of nitrous oxide reductase, N2O is converted to the N2. So, this is the gaseous form of the nitrogen. This process, overall process, is called the denitrification. So, the best example of the denitrification bacteria are Pseudomonas and Thiobacillus. These two bacteria are helped in the denitrification process. And last step of that nitrogen cycle, assimilation. Assimilation means generally the principal source of nitrogen for plants, nitrate ions and waters. Ammonia, nitrogen, generally assimilation of ammonia or amino acid or conversion of ammonia into organic compounds. It involves two inorganic forms of nitrogen that are interconvertible in water solution and are called ammonium ion and ammonia. Ammonium ion means NH4 plus. Ammonia means NH3 only. So, ammonia NH3 plus water molecule gives rise to the ammonium ion NH4 plus OH minus. So, this process is interconvertible. Ammonia and ammonium ion, these two molecules or these two forms are the interconvertible reaction in water solution only. So, in this process, nitrate assimilation, it can be absorbed nitrates for the synthesis of proteins. So, the free ammonia, generally free ammonia when is found in more than amounts, it becomes toxic for the plants. Free ammonia, it is found in more than the trace amounts, it becomes the toxic for the plants. But the begonia and some of the rhubarb plant, it being characterized with very acidic vacuolar contents are capable the store. So without injury, it relatively large amounts of ammonium ion and ammonia nitrogen serves as the toxicating to plant due to ATP inhibition to mitochondrial and photosynthetic electron transport system. So in the ammonia nitrogen, it can be produced in plant parts, root part, stem part and leaves part. Variously by metabolic degradation of nitrate proceedings through nitrate, metabolic degradation of reserve proteins during seeds germination, absorption and decomposition of urea and nitrogen fixation, and direct absorption from a soil solution containing fertilizers. That can be ammonia salts or anhydrous ammonia. Does not accumulate in the plants but is assimilated rapidly and it's incorporated into one or another of different amino acids or amides. So in this assimilation process, generally the nitrate assimilation is absorbed nitrates for the synthesis of the proteins. So that's why the fifth step is that assimilation process. You can see the generally the total cycle of the nitrogen cycle in the slide. It is upper one is the atmosphere and lower shape is that soil. So atmosphere, soil, in between in the the consumers, plants and different microorganisms all are action to be occur in this process. So that's why the ammonia cycle, generally the element nitrogen it is constantly moving in a circle from the air through the soil into the bodies of plants and animals, and eventually back to the air is called the nitrogen cycle. Total nitrogen cycle is covered in this cycle. And next in this schematic PPT, you can see the some of the plant parts, root parts and some of the root nodule formation and atmospheric nitrogen and N2 form of the nitrogen. In these 4 steps, first one is the nitrogen fixation, biological, non-biological nitrogen fixation and nitrification, denitrification, ammonification, and last one is the assimilation process of the nitrogen cycle. So this is the total nitrogen cycle. So the main points of that nitrogen cycle, conclusion of the nitrogen, it is an important component. Nitrogen is the important component. This conversion is a cycle process. So in this cycle consists of 5 steps: nitrogen fixation, ammonification, nitrification, denitrification and assimilation. The process of nitrogen cycle transforms nitrogen from one form to the another form. So the nitrogen, different nitrogenous compounds all are run one to another different forms of the nitrogen. So this is the nitrogen cycle. Thank you one and all.